All right, ready, go. Episode 14.
Um, I don't know. I never know. You
I'll just,
first.
I'll just start doing that from now on.
Oh no.
Like the second you tell me to get into TeamSpeak, I'm just gonna start recording. Be like, guess what? We're doing a podcast. Surprise.
Wait, what flash mob?
But yeah, so yeah, lovely episode 14. We didn't do anything the entire month of April,
Lovely mouth breathing.
as you clearly pointed out. But anyway, we just stopped playing Battlefield 3, and I'm ready to rant about it on the PC, of course,
Okay,
because
it's Alec.
yeah,
You're breathing into your mic.
I am.
It sounds like
Oh,
every time you're
maybe
talking.
maybe it's too close to my face.
I just spit on.
I guess maybe I won't edit that out just for comedy purposes. But anyway, am I still breathing into my microphone?
No, it's not really bad.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Our interns here in the studio just come in here and mess with our stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Got no
we definitely have interns.
Yeah, and a studio. We got a nice little office here on the 100th floor of the whatever building in Miami. Yeah.
Why Miami? Why can't it be my hometown, huh?
Because there's no scenery in your hometown. That's why.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's true. So yeah, like I was saying, oh man, Battlefield 3 on the PC is. I'm so glad I didn't pay for that game.
Yeah,
But
you say that a lot, but
yeah. Well,
I'm
no, I
very
was saying it
glad
a
I
lot
paid.
today. Is why you're hearing it for like the 20th time. But anyway, do you want to do your stuff first, or
I don't know.
do
Go
I
ahead.
go ahead and talk about lovely Battlefield 4?
There's really nothing to talk about
Yeah. Well,
except
actually,
there is news on when they're going to do a full reveal with gameplay and everything at E3 that is announced.
you're talking about Battlefield 4, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the things I was gonna mention because, of course, we haven't done the podcast in a month, so I was trying to sneak in and listen to the last episode. I'm pretty sure we only talked about the trailer and we did our little analysis and stuff, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty much like a couple of days after it came out. But there really hasn't been that much news anyway after that. Um, I ran into a new website recently, which is called bf4central.com, and it's nothing special. I mean, it's typical fan site, just like any of the other ones, but they do have a lot more news compared to some of the other websites I've used before. So I just wanted to first I want to mention I've been thinking about this since like yesterday actually. I don't know if I should do it as part of a podcast episode or just post it on the All Random website or whatever, but I've been thinking about doing something like a top 10 or top 25 depending on how many things we could put together of things that need to be in Battlefield 4 and even things that need to be in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I could start doing things like that. I thought that was a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, obviously you could pitch in for the Battlefield stuff if anything. I don't know if you're planning on getting the new Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely planning on getting that.
Oh, well then, there you go. We could do something like that. It doesn't have to be for a specific platform, obviously. Unless we're talking about like I guess player limits, like for Battlefield with
Yeah.
PC and Xbox and all that. Which is what I wanted to get into with this article that I have here. Um, these are things that are already confirmed. Again, I don't know if we mentioned them in the last podcast, but either way, um, just to clarify, it's been confirmed that PC gamers will once again have the 64-player experience, and of course, consoles, at least current gen consoles, which are obviously the PS3 and Xbox 360, will still be 24-player. And then DICE seems to have some kind of interest in esports with Battlefield 4, so it'll probably take the route of some of the recent Call of Duty games that they'll have integrated features like live streaming, hopping into a tournament right away and you can win some stuff right in the game. Um, and there will be no co-op in Battlefield 4. Which
Really?
yeah, which I enjoyed it in Battlefield 3. Initially when the game first came out, I thought they would add more levels to it and stuff, but it's fine that they didn't because that kind of would have been a pain to have to play more levels of co-op to unlock more guns. But I like what they did with it, that they kind of forced you to play with it anyway to get like the SIG 553 and all those other guns, the
Yeah.
MP7, things like that.
93R.
Because otherwise, that would have gotten no attention for sure.
Well,
Be-
I think co-op is a good thing uh, for when you just don't want to play multiplayer, or you just are sick of playing like the campaign, because a lot of people like to play the campaign over and over again when they're just bored of multiplayer.
yeah, that's true.
I think
Yeah, I
it's just
know.
something extra there to do something when you're bored.
Yeah. Um, I was gonna say something about that. The thing with the co-op in Battlefield 3 also was that if you wanted to fly a helicopter, that was the closest thing to any type of training, which is something
Yeah.
that people complained about like right off the bat in Battlefield 3. I mean, even people that had the game early, they were just saying there's no way to start just a quick match by yourself against a bunch of bots because that's always been there in Battlefield games. I mean, obviously they weren't in the Bad Company games either, but I mean, all the previous Battlefield games before that, you were able to, if you wanted to, you could play by yourself. And a lot of people didn't even have internet connections, and they were still buying Battlefield 2, for example. And all they were doing was playing by themselves. You rank up separately and all that. And they haven't had that in a while in any Battlefield game. And I actually don't think they're gonna put that in Battlefield 4 anyway.
It brings up a good point. Like, it'd be interesting if in Battlefield 4 that they brought in some, instead of co-op, since they're not doing that, they could replace that like little spot in the game with a trainer where you can learn how to fly, learn how to do all kinds of things. Maybe a shooting range tutorial to warm up your shots before multiplayer.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I mean, like you're saying, it's all about what they use the resources for.
Yeah.
Going into that, I hope they do the multiple disc thing again. Like I don't mind doing that. As far as the console version goes, at least. I really don't care if I buy a game nowadays and it takes like 4 discs and whatever, two of them you have to install on your hard drive. I really don't care about doing that. As long as they put everything they can into the game, everything looks good, it plays well. Like, they could give me a 10 CD game or something and I'll install all of it. Like, I don't care. And
Um,
that's
with I should mention that with Battlefield 4, they're releasing a new version of Battlelog.
right.
I'm not sure if much is changing for the console community, but for PC, a lot is changing. They're adding privacy things, so you can set yourself away, so your friends and your friends list can't see that you're playing and can't see what server you're on. That way, maybe you want to play alone. Maybe you're in a fight with a friend and you don't want them to come join in and try and kill you. Maybe you're a YouTube star and you don't want your subscribers stalking you and attempting to ruin you.
Yeah, isn't it always fun when they do
Yeah.
that? That's happened to me. Um, but yeah, that Battlelog 2.0, that's pretty much all they've talked about so far. I had an article about that, but all it is, you know, people found out about it about a month ago anyway, and they're like, yeah, it's coming out, whatever. But they haven't shown anything about it. Um, a couple of other things that are confirmed from this same article uh, is that Battlefield 4 Premium is going to exist.
Yep.
That's
Expected.
obviously, yeah, that's obviously expected because it'll be released probably the same day that the game is
And
released.
Battlefield 3 Premium went very well.
Yeah. And okay, so next thing. Like you said, Infidel Battlefield 4 will be at E3, but this has been going on for man, like few weeks already. I would like to say as soon as we did the last episode is that there is a multiplayer Battlefield 4 trailer expected before E3 comes around. And just to be specific, E3 this year starts on June 11th all the way up to June 13th. So um, they actually did that with Battlefield 3. There was a multiplayer trailer that was released a couple days before E3 2011. So that's why it's known that there's gonna be a trailer, and then it's expected to be a multiplayer one once again this year.
And on the
So
topic of releases and announcements, there's a major announcement coming up. I want to say May 26th, maybe 25th, for the new Xbox.
it's actually the 21st. Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, which is
Which is a big deal, a very big deal.
yeah, it's a week from next Tuesday, and today's May 10th.
We'll find out
So yeah.
actually what it's going to be called.
Right. Hopefully they'll release some confirmed um, specifications about the console because I know, I mean that's all I care about at least. I don't know about everyone else in the world. I would assume that that's all everyone else cares about right now. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if it's black or white. I don't care what the controller looks like. I just want to know, you know, I've been telling people from what's been leaked and none of it has been confirmed is that the new Xbox isn't really, it's not like a 2.0 upgrade. It's more like a 1.2 upgrade from the Xbox 360 because they're not really changing much on it. Some of the things I've seen is that some people are saying it's going to have a Blu-ray drive, other people aren't. The latest rumor actually about that is that the new Xbox, will have its own set of games and everything. But if you want to play Xbox 360 games, you're gonna have to buy a $100 adapter, which is basically gonna be. I don't know if you ever knew that this existed because it died out very quickly because of the whole Blu-ray and HD DVD thing. But they had that HD DVD adapter for the Xbox. Did you ever know about that,
No,
Infidel?
no, not at all.
Yeah, it was basically. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like somewhat of like an HD PVR type of thing. I'm looking at my HD PVR. It was kind of like a little box like that, and
The box shape and it does
yeah, yeah, yeah,
things
yeah, yeah. It
with
lights up,
electronics.
fancy lights and all that. But it was very expensive at the time. I want to say it was like a $250 adapter, and then, I knew people that got it, and then the whole HD DVD thing, uh, basically died out very quickly after that because Blu-ray took over. But that's what people say it's gonna be like. So you have this mini box attached to your new Xbox, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to play your Xbox 360 games. But again, I saw a video about an analyst talking about that, and it's a very stupid idea. Like if you are gonna get a new Xbox and then you want to play the old Xbox games, like that makes no sense.
Why don't you get the old Xbox?
Yeah.
By then,
Or you
the Xbox 360 will be cheaper.
Yeah, or you keep your old Xbox. I mean, it depends. I guess maybe if you sell your old Xbox and you're taking up less space, you if you sell it more for more than $100, rather, you could still get the adapter, whatever. I don't know.
Well, there is a number of people that don't actually own an Xbox 360 because a year ago they decided, hey, I'm just gonna wait for the new one.
Right. I guess if anything, now that I actually think about this, uh, that might, it's a rumor, like I said, but it might be true just to cover maybe like the first year of the new Xbox existing because they're gonna have this whole mix-up. I don't know why that's happening either about the whole. Oh, this game will be available on current gen and next gen, so you guys could get whichever copy. It might be something to cover that for about a year, if anything.
Yeah.
But
It's like how PS2 games released when the PS3 was out.
yeah, yeah, things like that. But yeah, the whole reason that that's a rumor is because apparently that's based off of the rumor that the new Xbox won't be backwards compatible at all. So we'll see
Okay.
on May 21st.
Another thing, I don't really want to get into Call of Duty. I don't want to do that, but the new Call of Duty Ghosts, will be we'll get more information about the same time the Xbox announcement is going on.
Oh right, I forgot about that. Yeah, supposedly, I mean,
It,
I don't care about it either. Obviously, we're not gonna get into that, but
supposedly they make really bad teaser trailers.
yeah, And apparently, on that announcement day of the new Xbox, that's gonna be like the game that's gonna be like shown off, I guess, graphics wise, whatever. But come on, Call of Duty has never been really impressive with graphics.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know?
It's been the same graphics since like
Yeah,
Modern Warfare 2.
yeah. And initially, I actually, that whole reveal trailer of that they did recently with like the mask or whatever, it was pretty cool. Whatever
Some
it was
people
like.
wear masks to protect
Yeah,
others. Some people wear masks to rob people.
you would memorize it. But it was like one of these real life trailers. I always forget what the term is called for it. And then that part at the end
Live action.
where yeah, live action, there you go. That part at the end where you see it zooming in on the soldier, I thought that would be an actual gameplay thing, but then as soon as I saw the guy's face, I was like, "Oh, it's also a real person." So I was like, "Okay, that's nothing special."
No, that was the most retarded teaser trailer I've ever seen. I'm just gonna throw
Yeah.
that out there.
Yeah, on top of that, it was like like 3 minutes long
It
of
shows,
just like
it shows
yeah.
no gameplay whatsoever. It just shows a bunch of creepy guys dressing up as Indians and
Just
Indians
yeah, it's like okay, you guys did like a Google image search and
and,
put it all together.
and creepy Amazon people. I wonder. I'll bet they went out to the hobos that live in the back alley of their offices, and they're like, "Hey, you want a job? I'll give you I'll give you a can if you dress up like this guy and be in a commercial for a video game
Yeah.
that you'll never be able to afford."
Yeah. All right, so we got two more things Battlefield 4 related. Um, this is something I'm obviously contemplating lately because, like I said, I'm glad I didn't pay for Battlefield 3 on the PC because it's just frustrating the heck out of me. And
Yeah. Yeah.
so from this website, BF4 Central, it's interesting because they actually have an article, uh, I guess of the guy that published the article. I don't think it's a site-wide opinion or anything, but it's his own contemplation about whether to pre-order Battlefield 4 or not at the moment. And he's talking about things that Battlefield 3, for example, right now still needs a lot of work.
That's
Um,
never gonna get.
yeah, you know, as far as the PC version of Battlefield 3 goes, at least in my opinion, it's so much different from the console. I can't even fly an air vehicle without plugging in my controller, which I'm glad I still have my Razer controller because it's a nightmare. Like, I don't think this game is playable on PC as well as it is on consoles.
Well, that's to you because you're a console player.
Yeah, I
But
don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it.
for people that are used to playing on with a mouse and keyboard, then yeah.
Yeah, and then he's also going to in this article, obviously all the pre-order junk. This is another one of these games that literally you pre-order from Target, you get a $5 gift card, but then if you pre-order from this other place, you'll get real dog tags and a DLC thing. So
Real dog tags.
yeah, that's a nightmare right now. I mean, I don't care for it. I don't care about the dog tags.
You know what real dog tags are to them? It's a piece of plastic on a
The
plastic
the paper
chain
clips.
that has
Remember we talked about that.
that has a sticker on it that says something. It's like something you buy at a
Yeah,
dollar store for your 5-year-old.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
G.I. Joe, yeah.
I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but as of right now, I don't care about the DLC exclusives or anything like that. But if I were to pre-order it, I'd still be doing it from Green Man Gaming because they give you either $8 cash back or $10 credit. So I think
Yeah.
that's the best deal available right now.
I don't think I'm going to pre-order it because I've learned that when I pre-order stuff, that's making a commitment.
Yeah.
and and with the amount of like changes I get, like for all I know, by the time Battlefield 4 is out, I'll have a new computer and I'll somehow lose the pre-order in some way.
Oh yeah, that sometimes happens to people too, and it's a nightmare.
Like I pre-ordered Medal of Honor Warfighter for Xbox. So mainly because I wanted the Battlefield 4 uh, beta,
Right.
but then I sold my Xbox.
Luckily,
So that's not gonna happen.
which was a hell of a decision, because of course, literally a couple of weeks later, you find out, through the Battlefield gameplay thing that practically everyone's gonna get the beta in some way, shape, or form, and it's no longer gonna be, they made it sound like it would be a Medal of Honor exclusive thing.
Yeah.
So imagine how disappointed all the people are that bought Medal of Honor just for that, which is pretty much what I did. And I've also already sold the game, by the way, because I was like, well, shoot, I already have Battlefield 3 Premium, obviously, on the console, so that means I'll be getting the beta, so I don't need this game anymore.
Hey, slow clap.
Yeah. Anyway, last thing, which is very interesting. This actually applies to all EA games moving forward. This is interesting because I wasn't even aware of this because I've seen gun manufacturers pay gaming companies for advertisement or use in their games, but EA has actually been paying gun manufacturers to use their guns in their own games. So this applies to Battlefield and Medal of Honor, but of course with the recent events of Connecticut and other places where firearms have been used and the ongoing debate about the National Rifle Association, uh, EA has decided not to pay weapon manufacturers anymore, which is it's an interesting situation that's going on because at the same time EA is saying that doesn't mean they can't write a story or something, just like any novel would include the name of a gun. There's no copyright about that. So it seems like they're going to find some kind of loophole to still use weapon names in their games and stuff, which is cool, and I guess they're saving money.
Well, obviously, they didn't get permission from H&K because every HK weapon in Battlefield 3 has an alternate name. Like the HK416 is the M416.
Right.
The MP5K is the M5K. A bunch of other crazy things like that.
But remember, Medal of Honor Warfighter came out later, and every single one of the guns in that game was manufacturer based.
Yeah.
And yeah, especially remember they even had some pre-orders in Europe, and they were putting it right there on the advertisements and everything that you're getting Trigicon scopes. I mean, to the point that some people were confused if they were getting like a real life scope for a weapon when they were buying that game over in Europe. So it's an interesting thing. It sucks that the stupidity, honestly, of the government with all this rifle stuff in the United States is going to affect video games. But I mean, at the same time, you have all these idiots blaming video games for violence. But that's a whole different discussion, which I would love to get into, by the way.
No, we're not getting into that.
Yeah, but that's about it for Battlefield 4 stuff. Obviously we'll have this podcast available, and then soon we'll hopefully see that trailer, the Xbox reveal. We'll talk about the repetitiveness of Call of Duty once again. Which, by the way, a lot of people seem to be confused already. This new Call of Duty game is once again an Infinity Ward game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So I've already had to clarify to some people that, and then following that clarification, I have to tell them yes. So that means there's not going to be zombies.
I don't want zombies.
don't go crazy about, oh my God, finally a new zombies game already, and they have awesome DLC right now for Black Ops 2. Like it's not related.
It always since Call of Duty has been created, it's gone Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and over again.
And some people, I guess, still haven't figured that out. So, it's a different developer. I just wanted to clarify that because a lot of people are already saying, they're getting excited over it.
And another thing about Call of Duty, there are rumors that it is going to be another future Call of Duty, like future, set in the future.
Right.
But it's supposed to be not as far ahead as Black Ops 2. More like a couple of years from now, not 2025.
Yeah,
that's more
good, even though I'm not a fan. The whole Black Ops 2 weapons list, I guess you could call it, it's not interesting. I mean, they're just making these guns that either look like a bunch of blocks put together or they just have like a bunch of nice curves, and it's like, yeah, this is a future weapon, FXT 5000, and that's it.
Yeah. So they're saying that that they're gonna be more like current day weapons,
Right.
uh, but kind of weapons that are in prototype stage right now
Right.
that we just barely know about.
Or even thinking about that, like, we've had our little scenarios, like if we were developers.
Yeah.
You could easily, like, I'm looking at my background here on my other monitor, which is from one of the Battlefield 3 wallpapers, whatever. And you could easily get a weapon like an AK-47 and, do some research and be like, okay, what do people hate about this gun? And then you make those changes on the gun and you put that in the game.
Yep.
And
So
that's it
basically,
because,
be a gun manufacturer and gun designer without actually designing and manufacturing a gun.
right. But apparently, we're the only people that think about that, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe people are just afraid to do things in game developers.
Yeah, I don't know. I always find it super weird when I can think about things like that and they're so simple and
And
like common
and
sense
no
to me
one's
at
done
least.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Can you
mean,
imagine how
again,
good Battlefield would be if we worked for DICE?
yeah. Which is what I was gonna say though. I mean, remember, it's also EA being involved, so if they could do something and milk it and then be
This
like, yeah,
game is too
yeah,
good. We must ruin it.
yeah, and then they'll be like, yeah, yeah, no, we'll save that for the 25th version of the game when it comes out in another 2 years.
My God, I just thought of something. What if it's all just a way to get more sales? They
Of course
make
it is.
they make the first game terrible so people go and buy the next one.
Of course it is. That happens, without a doubt.
They make the people want a better game and then they put out the better game. Well, what they're calling a better game.
Yeah, and if I haven't thrown EA under the bus already, I know I mean, I don't exactly play sports games, and neither do you, obviously, but they're coming out with Madden NFL 25 this year.
25
So they've made 25 versions of this game at least, because they've also had little
of a
separate.
of a football game.
Yeah. Now let me clarify something. Then there's been years, probably around the last time I owned a copy of that game, because then I realized the stupidity behind it. Um, they started coming out with a couple of games after in those following years, and they were taking out the things that people were using the most from that game. And people were just like, they're like, why would I even buy this? Like, you guys are taking out things and then not doing anything with the game, and it's the same thing. Like, it was the dumbest things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that definitely happens, without a doubt. Especially with EA.
Right.
I love EA. I really do. No, I don't. I hate
So
it.
talking about EA and DICE, I have a topic.
Go for it.
Uh, let's see. I'm trying to think how to put this. Huh.
Well, I guess you could either say it or think about it. I don't know.
Dramatic pause. Anyway, Disney has sold the rights to either DICE or EA, something like that, to make the new generation of Star Wars games.
Oh, that is interesting.
And this could mean a revival of the Battlefront series, if you've ever played those.
Right.
I'm not sure if you're really a fan of Star Wars games. But
No, I've played them. I've played all the Battlefront games actually.
yeah, I was a big fan of Battlefront games.
Yeah.
And I believe it was EA that got it. Which could mean that DICE is going to start making Star Wars games, first-person shooter style Star Wars games, possibly on a future Frostbite version. So could look pretty good. Never know. So that's basically all we've heard is that they have the rights and they can make it whenever they want. The EA is going to be making the more combat and violent ones, and Disney is still going to make the I don't know, like the kid friendly, yeah. Like Star Wars Connect.
Yeah, which makes sense because I know that I've actually had a little bit of interest in someday watching the series that they have, which is that I don't know if you've seen it. It's like an animated Star Wars series on
The
TV.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, and it seems really good. Like it's all cartoony and stuff, but man,
It's
it's been going on for years now
it's
already.
it's supposedly as good as like an anime to older people,
Oh, okay.
like Japanese anime style. Like it seems like it'd be for kids, but adults like it too.
Yeah, so I guess Disney could stick to all that cartoony animations, and like you said, they'll make the games that'll be for Connect and for kids like that. Um, you mentioned that though, and I actually, when I was pulling up these articles for the podcast today, I did see uh, a quick title, across the screen talking about that EA was going to use the Frostbite 3 engine for the next Star Wars games and all that.
Yep.
So that should definitely be interesting. I mean, that's a hell of a game to use an engine like Frostbite on, because if you think
Yeah.
about it, even in the movies there's so much destruction and everything with, the Jedis and the mind powers and all that, so
Yeah.
that would
And
make it
I'd imagine lasers would look very good on a Frostbite engine.
yeah, so that would be something crazy.
And it would make sense that that a new game would come out about the same time that the new trilogy of movies comes out,
Right, yeah.
like in the next couple of years.
Yeah, we'll see. That should be interesting. So you don't have anything to talk about with
No,
your games that you've been playing?
I've got plenty to talk about. I've got
Oh,
plenty.
go for it then. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on.
Here we can see the wild RandomAlec answering the telephone in the middle of a podcast. What will happen? Oh, he's grabbing the phone. He's talking. Talking. Okay, he's nodding. We can see what he's doing here. Moving to the left. Ooh, his hand is dropping to a lower part of his body, and ooh, I think there's something interesting going on in this phone call. We'll soon find out. Come back later to Infidel's wild animals, and we will soon see what happens. Oh wait. We will not stop the show yet. He's making a move. He seems to be talking to a female. It may be the mating call of the RandomAlec. Ooh, weird motions. Let's see here. Oh, he's moving to the other room. He's moving to the other room. I think they are seeking privacy. I'm not sure what the how the mating of the RandomAlec works over the phone. See. I cannot see him anymore. Oh, I can hear noises. There's interesting things happening. This is truly amazing. This is science at work. This is definitely science at work. I thought he'd be back.
Jesus.
You should hear it.
Okay, so rewind.
No, not rewind. You should have heard what I said.
Oh my god, you seriously want me to put a conversation with you by yourself?
Yeah, that was funny.
Okay.
Oh man.
Whatever, I guess I have to listen to it now without editing the podcast or whatever.
Okay.
Alright, moving on.
Okay, so a few things I gotta talk about. First, the game War Thunder. Very fun game. I thought I'd talk about it a little bit, explain it, suggest it to people. Suggest it to you. No? Alright. So War Thunder is a free-to-play, multiplayer, dogfighting game. It's definitely completely free-to-play. There's no... You gotta pay for online pass or something to play. If you wanna... The only time you'll have to pay money is if you want to like, get a premium account or something. Basically, it has the best flight controls I've ever seen in an air game. You can definitely play with just a mouse and keyboard. You don't need any joystick or anything like that unless you want to go into full real battles. There are 3 game types. There's full real battles, historical battles, and Arcade Battles. Arcade Battles has the awesome mouse control. It's more like the 12-year-olds going to shoot pretty little guns at people. Historical Battles has more of a realistic flight model to airplanes and uh, things like that. Full Real Battles I've never played, but it's supposedly you like require a joystick and it's impossible to fly with anything else.
So how do you play it? Do you have a joystick?
No, I play with only mouse and keyboard. I play only arcade and historical battles.
Jeez, I can't even pull that off in Battlefield 3 either. The whole mouse and keyboard thing.
Yes, but the flight mechanics are amazing.
Yeah.
Because basically the way it works is you point your little cursor where you want the plane to go, and depending on which game mode, like Arcade Battle does the entire thing for you, like it messes with your flaps and speed and everything. If you're in historical battles, it's a little less control to the AI and more control to you.
Right.
It's a good game. It's fun to play. I've definitely spent a good amount of money on it. Because with a premium account, you can get more of the in-game currency and more XP, so you level up faster.
Oh, so that's like, yeah, any other free-to-play game, really.
Yeah.
You know, they have their little additional things.
Yeah, but it's very good. It's only in beta.
Oh, really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah, it's only in the beta stage. When it's completely ready to go and done, they're going to have... if you've ever heard of World of Tanks, they're going to have They're going to have ground combat, air combat, and sea combat between ships and planes and everything, and it's supposedly all going to be in one server. So you can have guys in tanks fighting. But that's all going to be
under the War Thunder game, or?
Yes, it's all going to be under War Thunder.
Oh, wow.
And basically, you can have the Navy on the water fighting with other ships, and you're invading on ground with guys in tanks, and you have the air cover. So let's say you're in a tank. Hey, we got a bunch of guys that I can't handle over there. Can I have air support? Oh, the plane was just shot down. Okay, can I have naval guns fire on this location and whatever? So you can all work together. And it's going to be pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah, so you were talking about that whole sea tank stuff. Is that available in the beta right now, though?
No, that is to come later.
Okay.
It is just air combat right now.
So this is a very, very prolonged beta.
Yes, it has been in beta stage since like last year this time.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's gonna take a while then.
Yeah, but it's gonna be really good. It's already really good. There is somewhat of a ground system, but you can't actually control it yourself. There are ground targets that the planes can attack in certain game modes.
Right.
But other than that, it's just air right now.
Now the other question I have is maybe the developer has already stated this, or they could change their mind anyway. But once they make this massive creation of theirs into a full game with the sea and land combat as well, is it gonna still be free to play?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because I
Certainly
think
hope so.
at that point, if it really becomes a massive game and they do such a good job with it, they could just change their mind and be like, yeah, we could definitely sell this.
They make plenty of money already because everyone pays for the premium account and getting extra currency and stuff because it's so worth it.
Right.
Airplanes cost a lot of money to buy. You have to buy airplanes out of a list, depending on what nation you chose. When you unlock them, you can buy them. And I'm into the higher tiers. I'm in level 10 of the United States, which airplanes cost anywhere from like 180,000 to $1 million now, which is a lot of money.
And that money is based on
kills and hits. If you are shooting at someone and the bullets hit a critical spot on their plane, you will get XP and money. If you shoot
Right.
down a plane, you will get XP and money.
And that money is available, uh, like across every match that you play, or is that match specific?
It's across every match.
Okay.
There's two currencies. There's Golden Eagles, which is like the premium currency that you can use to get like the bonus XP and stuff, and you can use the Golden Eagles to buy the lower level currency that you get in game, which is
Right.
the lions, like silver lions or something like that, and those are what you use to buy airplanes.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, the last thing I wanted to ask is there customization of any kind, like weapons
Yes,
or
you
skins?
can change what kind, depending on when you unlock it, you can change the type of ammunition, uh,
Okay.
ammunition belts and stuff like that. Like for example, I have a BF 109, which is captured BF 109. It's a German aircraft. I captured it for uh, America, which is like a premium thing. Uh, and it has machine guns and cannons, or you can also add bombs on there. And I can change from I can change my machine guns from default to anti-air or anti-armor or all of the above, like all that kind of stuff. And I
So
can,
there's a lot of it, basically.
yeah, there's a lot.
That's good. That sounds really good. I still can't download it though, because I already have too many games in
You
my
can download
possession
it.
right now. But so yeah. What else? What else do you want to talk about?
DayZ Breaking Point,
DayZ
which
what?
DayZ Breaking Point.
Oh, I haven't heard about
It
that.
is an amazing new version of the DayZ mod. Uh, it is on the default map of the old original DayZ, which is Chernarus. It has multiple different types of weapons mods, so it adds plenty more weapons, such as an SKS, HK-416s, all different kinds of things like that. Tasers.
And is
Uh,
it still the same like gameplay? I guess there's zombies and then other
yeah,
players.
yeah. Um,
Okay.
Still that, but it adds a lot of cool things. There's multiple different types of clothing you can pick up, where they took pretty much every skin in Arma 2 and put it in a clothing.
Okay.
Um, it cannot be found on the default DayZ downloads like DayZ Commander or 6 Updater. It has its own updater and launcher that you have to download from their website, um, which is the zombieinfection.com. And it's an amazing new take on DayZ, and it's such a great map if you know Chernarus.
That's cool. I didn't even know you're. So that's what you've been playing when you say you're playing DayZ.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. I would hate that though, that they make you download another launcher and it's all separate again. Like that gets really annoying.
Yes, but it fixes all the issues that the other launchers have.
Yeah, I guess.
Also, you cannot own a server to this. They only have their own servers.
Oh, so there's no like admin abuse, I guess, is the point of that.
No admin abuse. If there's a hacker or something, you can immediately go onto the TeamSpeak and tell the admins. There's always someone online.
Wow, that's crazy. That's one way to prevent that stuff for sure. But
Uh,
I was gonna say something. I mean, I've talked about PlanetSide 2 before since we were talking about free to play games. But a lot of people know about that game. Coincidentally, I was playing yesterday and I just so happened to be recruited by like the number one outfit on the server I play on. So
yeah.
that should be interesting. They do a lot of like operations and stuff in the game. So I guess if you guys aren't interested in playing War Thunder with Infidel, you can play PlanetSide 2 with RandomAlec.
Oh man.
Oh man. So we can see how many people we recruit into each game.
Yep. It's war now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess are we wrapping it up or you have something else?
I got other stuff to talk about if you want to.
Oh, well, get on with it.
My YouTube channel. I'm doing a
Okay.
little bit more with it. Still not a lot. Um, there's definitely going to be a bunch of War Thunder content going up because that is very easy to record. There's a theater system that integrated,
Or
and I'm
records, kind of like Halo, it records every match and all that.
yep,
Oh, that's
and
great.
and I'm not actually bad at the game. For once, I'm not bad at the game.
Well, you do have, remember we have you've uploaded a good amount of videos actually since the last podcast.
Yeah,
So you definitely need to mention Infidel does have videos up there already from War Thunder, and he's also acquired Grand Theft Auto 4, so he installed some sort of police mod in there,
yep.
and he has a couple videos about that, which are very entertaining. I mean, I even saw them to the full extent, which were very funny videos to watch.
Unfortunately, I broke my game, so I still have to fix that before I can do any more.
I'm guessing you were trying to install something or something, and then it broke it.
Yeah, I was putting in a new police car pack, and it makes it so my map doesn't load, so I'm just driving on nothing.
Oh God.
Interesting stuff, actually.
Do you still see like the buildings and stuff, or no?
No, most of that's gone. I still see other cars and pedestrians walking, but there's no road, and there's barely any buildings.
That's great.
Yeah. Uh,
That's probably. I mean, I guess that would be. I mean, do you know what you did wrong or not at all?
yeah, I know what I did wrong. I installed that pack.
Oh,
Hey,
because I was
what?
gonna say. I mean, it seems like that would be something like maybe you installed the. I don't know if you had to do it manually, like you installed it in like the wrong folder or something, and that's why it's affecting the buildings and all that.
Nah, I know exactly where to install it. Where you put everything else. But
Oh, okay.
I think what the issue is it's a pack that has uh that completely replaces all the police cars and all fire department and a bunch of skins, pedestrian skins.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think I just overwhelmed my game with new things and it just doesn't like it.
Yeah, I mean that definitely always happens from my days when I used to play. Um, Man, I forgot what game was it right now. Oh, I think it was Battlefield 1942. You know, if you just keep installing all these skins and stuff, they just start like messing with each other and stuff.
Yeah,
So that usually happens. Even in World of Warcraft, like you have all these add-ons and stuff that you could put in, and then they just start like messing with each other.
yeah. Anyway, so right now I only have videos without commentary, but I will be adding commentary to some videos, depending on whether I think they need it.
Oh, is that why you were asking me what program I've used?
Yes, that is why I was asking you what program you use for the podcast.
Yeah, yeah, it's a very good program. That one that I told you, the Audacity. It's free, also, by the way.
Yay!
Yay.
It
Okay, so
actually,
next on your list.
uh, well, on the topic of commentary, um, Windows Movie Maker actually has a commentary system in it now, where you can add something, you can add your voice on top of an existing video.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever noticed that because
I'm not sure if anyone cares, but I'm just
yeah.
gonna say it.
I mean, a lot of people do use Windows Movie Maker, and supposedly, they do some effects on there that I don't know how they do it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people still use it. I just gave up on it. Like, it's so much easier to use, like, in my opinion, Adobe Premiere Pro or things like that because I guess it's easier to install effects in them and stuff, and you could adjust them to your liking easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Windows Movie Maker, a lot of people do some crazy things in it alone, and it's a pretty basic program.
All right, that's the end of everything I have to say.
Oh, okay. So it's over, Infidel's
I
World.
guess so. Yep.
It's all over.
Oh no.
All right. Well, I think we can close this up because I'm pretty sure we're at about an hour or over of
Probably.
the. Yeah, we've been using TeamSpeak. I'm sure we've mentioned that, so there isn't really a timer that I have while
So
I'm
that
recording
means
and stuff.
you're Uh, you're out of RAM.
I'm out of RAM.
Yeah, yeah. I know everything about computers. You're out of uh, um.
Wait, are you trying to say that I'm out of like storage space?
Nope. Nope.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Nice.
remember,
Something else.
I'm on a computer that I just built Infidel, and RAM is also not an issue because I have 16 gigabytes of it.
Well, aren't you special?
I am special. That's why I built this computer. But okay,
Sure.
so we'll wrap it up. What is this? Episode 14.
Something like that.
We definitely need to make the next episode, possibly, I guess, maybe the same day as the Xbox reveal.
Possibly.
I mean, I wouldn't say we could do a live uh, recording like while we watch the reveal because there's always technical issues on their end. So
You heard it here first. We're doing it live.
Jesus. But yeah, we'll definitely do it. Close to the Xbox reveal. Again, it's on May 21st, and that's really the next important day for us, unless I guess the Battlefield trailer comes out before that, which I doubt. So yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.
The mating call, the random Alec.
Oh god, that's what you were saying, isn't it?